We are all artists, not because we create masterpieces, but because every day we fight the same fear. Is what I am doing even worth it? Does anyone care?
I said fuck no.
Let's be honest. As human beings, we crave something deeper than likes or prize. We want acceptance, we want to feel appreciated, we want to be seen, especially when we are sharing something as vulnerable, as intimate as our art. I remember reading a quote once: "If tomorrow an atomic bomb kills every human except you, would you still create art?" Think about that, because this question reveals something brutal and beautiful at the same time. Art isn't just self-expression, art is connection. Even the most independent artist still longs to be understood and say, "This is how I see the world, can you relate?" So I want to ask you, from creator to creator, do you create for yourself or for others? Write it down in the comments, I'm genuinely curious what you think. Because this debate isn't new, and two legends approached it completely differently. Tarantino's self-first creation. Tarantino once said, "I don't care what people expect. I make the thing I want to see. If others enjoy it, cool. If not, I didn't make it for them." And if you look at his work, for example Pulp Fiction or Kill Bill, you will feel exactly that. He creates for himself first. The audience just happened to love the ride. Rick Rubin, communication first. Rick Rubin say almost the opposite. Art doesn't exist in a vacuum. Even when you think you're creating just for yourself, you are sending out a signal. Someone out there will recognize that frequency. And he proved it with the work he shaped, like Red Hot Chili Peppers' Californication. He doesn't just create, he connects through vibration, rawness and authenticity. Two legends, two completely different philosophies. And both of them are right, depending on where you are in your creative journey. For me personally, I create to connect. I create to challenge myself and to become the best version of who I am. Whether it's filmmaking, making music or even cooking. Sometimes I make music just for myself as therapy, as a way to release emotions that I can't express in words. And sometimes I cook for my friends because there is something special about sharing a moment, making people smile, seeing them enjoy something you created with your hands. And that's the duality of being an artist. Sometimes it's for you, sometimes it's for them, and sometimes it's both at the same time. But here's the part that nobody really talks about. Creativity doesn't begin with confidence, it begins with doubt. A doubt doesn't arrive like a loud crash, it arrives like a whisper. You open your phone to get inspired, and suddenly inspiration turns into insecurity. You see those big creators killing it. Perfect lighting, perfect storytelling and pacing. And then that whispers, a quiet, subtle, almost polite whisper starts playing with your head. Maybe you are not good enough. Maybe people don't get it. What if someone else already did it better? You tell yourself these thoughts are harmless, but they are not. They sit quietly back in the back of your mind while you are creating, while you are editing, while you are shaping something that actually matters to you. And slowly they start to shape how you work, how you think, how you see yourself. Comparison doesn't have to destroy you, it can guide you with one simple shift. You can turn your thoughts that discourage you into inspiration that pushes you. Because a lot of people think creativity is this magical talent, this lightning bolt reserved for the chosen people. But it's not. Creativity is combining old ideas into something new, through your perspective, your experience, your unique way of seeing the world. Your taste, your memories, your struggles, your skills. That's what makes you original. And if you are starting just like me, please remind yourself of this truth. Every big creator started at zero, every one of them. No shortcuts, no miracles, just time, effort and consistency. So don't compare your beginnings to someone else's final. You don't see their mess, their struggles, you don't see their failed drafts and anxiety. You only see the result, and you measure your entire worth against a moment you were never supposed to compare yourself to. You know what all of this taught me? The thing I wish someone else told me years ago. You don't grow by being talented, you grow by showing up. Showing up when you're tired, showing up when you don't feel inspired. Showing up even when your brain tells you you are not good enough. And showing up isn't just sitting at the desk, it means cutting the noise, ignoring distractions, and staying committed to what you love. Talent makes things easier for you, sure. But if you don't actually show up and put in the work, it dies where you left it. It stucks, it never evolves into discipline. But wait, that brings up a real question, a question a lot of artists wrestle with. Does being creative mean being free? Isn't creativity the opposite of structure, routine, and repetition? Isn't art supposed to be wild and unpredictable, not a 9-to-5 grind? Well, yes and no. And here is the perfect example, one you should remember. There is this legendary interview with George R.R. Martin, the author of Game of Thrones, and Stephen King, the most prolific horror writer in history. Martin looks at King and basically asks,
"How the fuck do you write so many books so fast?"
King looks at him back, that's simple, no drama, and says, "I don't wait for inspiration, I sit down and write my 6 pages every day. My advice to myself and to you guys is, stop waiting for the perfect mood. You will never feel ready." So here is the real lesson. The one we uncover after all the doubt, comparison, whispers, discipline, and friction. Creativity was never meant to be a race or a competition. I believe creativity is a way of living, and it shows in every choice you make. It reflects who you become, how you move through life every time you choose to show up. Even when nobody's watching. And if you're still here, if you're listening to this, if you stayed until this moment, it tells me something about you too. You care, you want to grow, you want to create something that matters. Not just for an audience, but for yourself. Because here is the truth I'm still learning the hard way. Creativity is not measured in views or numbers. It's measured in courage, in honesty, in the willingness to try again tomorrow, even if today didn't go the way you hoped. So stop blocking yourself with ego, fear, perfectionism. Stop waiting for the perfect condition, show up, try again, because if you can still create in those quiet, uncertain moments, then you have already won.